Greetings, beloved. This is author Sharon Schaefer's Hope, and today on Money Matters Make It Make Sense, we're going to be talking about our health and our wealth. We want to make sure that our pockets stay full while we're getting healthy also. Okay, so let's talk about this. We're just going to dive right into the subject of fasting. A lot of times when people think about fasting, they cringe because they think about they want to eat. And as black people and as church people, the number one things that we do is eat. So we want to talk about that because we don't want to just be growing old. We want to grow old gracefully, healthy, and wealthy. So what me and my husband decided to do is we're going to start watching what we put in our mouth and what we're taking out of our pockets. So what we decided to do was fast. And one of the first things we started to do is look in our refrigerator. So many times we have food in our refrigerators, in our deep freezers, and what are we doing? We're eating out. So what we decided to do is, hey, we're going to stay away from the stores and we're going to start fixing meals from our refrigerator and deep freezer. And I know a lot of you can relate is that you got a lot of things in your deep freezer and your refrigerator that you could have cooked that has grown old that you got to throw away. Look, that don't make sense to have all that stuff thrown away, now does it? So we want to make our money matter and we want to make it make sense. So we're going to look at the things in our refrigerator. Yes, open them doors, look in that refrigerator and that deep freezer and see what kind of meals you can plan from what you already have. For the next 30 days, I want to challenge you to cook what you have in your refrigerator, close your pocket, stay out of the stores buying food. Oh, and let's get on to the clothes. We want to fast on clothing. Look in your closet, all those shoes you got, all those clothes you got. Honey, let's stay out of the stores for the next 30 days. I know you can do it. We're going to be fasting our clothes. We're going to be fasting our food. We're going to be fasting getting our nails and toes done. Listen, I went out and I decided to buy my own fingernail polish. So let's see, we've spent a lot of money, girls, in that nail shop, getting those nails and those pedicures. So what we want to do today is for the next 30 days, make our money matter, make it make sense, start to come up with ways where we can save money. Now, I know some people go into that nail shop every 2 weeks. We want to get our fill-ins. We want to get this and that. What I'm asking you to do is if you get your nails done, don't get the pedicure done. Do your own feet. Start coming up with ways to save money. We're fasting, children. We're fasting, women. We're fasting. Hey, when I say children, I'm talking about the children too. Our children, they want so many things. They want things out of the store every time we go in it. They want new games and everything. This month, honey, child, tell those children you can't have all those snacks. We're going to snack on Saturdays. Oh my goodness. We're going to have some problems with that, aren't we? But I want us to start watching our money. And we want to teach our children the same. We want to tell them what we're doing when we start telling them, listen, you can't have this, you can't have that. Because mama is fasting, because dad is fasting, and we're trying to save money. That trip you want to go on, that thing you want for your birthday, for Christmas, and things like that, we cannot do it if we're spending on snacks and things all week long. Teaching our children about budgeting, give them chores to do. There are so many things that our children can learn by what we teach them. We want to teach them fasting with food. We want to teach them fasting with clothes, that you can't get something every time I get paid off. Every holiday, we want to save things, for special days so that we can have what we need in emergency times. You need a contingency plan, and you cannot have a contingency plan if you're eating out all the time, if you're getting nails done all the time, if you're shopping all the time. I looked in my closet and I had so many pairs of shoes. I had so many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sets of this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 20 sets of this and that. We want to look in our closets and find ways where we can increase our income and make our money make sense. I looked in my closet and I saw that there were things I had bought from a year ago. I can't even wear them, can't even fit in it anymore. I don't even want it anymore because our money is not making sense. A lot of times we're just buying because it's there, because we pass through the store. We want to make sure that we set days for spending. I talked to someone the other day about not going into the store every time you get off work, stopping by the restaurant, going into a store. Set days for your spending, set times for your spending. Want to make sure that you're not going into the store all the time. Make sure you have a list and that you are disciplined, that you will stick to the list. I know it is hard bringing that body into subjection. And I want to talk to you about it again. You got to bring that body into, under subjection. You got to bring your mind under subjection when you have a goal. And let me tell you, it's nothing like when the car breaks down or when there's an emergency that happens and you don't have it and you have to go ask a loved one or a friend or try to go get a loan, to make it happen. We don't want you going into these different agencies trying to get a loan, because if if your credit is not right, the monies that you have to spend is ridiculous. Sometimes it's more than half of what you would pay. If you have to pay $100, you got to pay $150. If you got to pay $200, you may have to pay $300. We don't want you having to go and having to spend. And a lot of times, I have seen people who have gotten caught up into these places where they're having to go borrow, and they never can recover. They're losing their cars, they're losing their homes, because they have gotten indebted to one of these agencies. And the best way you can do this to help yourself is to fast. Like I say, fast your food, fast your clothing, fast your spending, fasting your credit cards. Oh my God, now we're really getting into the meat of things. Start putting up those credit cards for emergencies. Start trying to pay them off. When you get any type of big money, I want you to start thinking about paying off some big bills or all of your small bills and consolidating them into one bill and paying it off so that you can have some money to put up and save. I want you to fast credit cards, and stop using your debit card. Start trying to use cash so you can kind of see what's going on. I want you to start looking at your bank statement. Let me tell you, I looked at a statement that I had, and I had been charged twice on something. You got to pay attention to things. A lot of times when we're not fasting our debit and our credit cards and not paying attention to it and not using cash, you'll see these extra charges that have been put onto your cards, and you may not even be paying it attention. So let's start fasting. Let's start putting some of these things down and only picking them up on certain occasions. Let's start getting our budget, getting out a piece of paper, setting up dates and times of our spending. Let's not spend 30 days out of a month, 7 days a week. Let's spend certain days so that you can see where your money is going. I know some people who are call the 1-800 number to see what their balance is. A lot of times you call that number and it's going to give you a balance maybe the previous day or some transactions that have not even been made. That does not make sense. You got to put that pen to the paper, honey. And I tell people this all the time, put the pen to the paper. If you got $1 and you spend 50 cents, you got 50 cents. You cannot just call the number and let them think that they're going to be adding up your money for you. The bank is a private owned facility. Their job is to make money. They don't mind you making these overdrafts and everything, because when you make your overdraft, it makes them have more income. So I want you to start putting the pen to the paper. Start spending cash and not always swiping their card. Start fasting 6 days of a week and only spending on one. The days that you get your car filled should be the days that you do your grocery shopping. Try to make a day that you do all of your shopping, so that you can see where your money is going, and that you don't be wanting to call and find out, oh my God, what I got in the bank, and trying to rush and catch a check, because all of those things add up. Listen, today I'm challenging you to fast on, not going to the grocery store this month, not buying any shoes, any clothes, any extra makeup, any extra hair. Oh my goodness, no more wigs. Try to wash your own hair. Somebody get together and start trying to get together and do hair together. Again, this is a short video. This is Sharon Shavers Hope. And I invite you to come and watch Money Matters Make It Make Sense. Thank you.